Question from Louis says, how's the face? Yeah, I'm Mark Sykes. This is 5 from France. Question from Ali. What is your go-to Netflix show? Well, at the minute, to be fair, I don't really get to watch a lot of TV with my little girl being in the house. She's constantly watching YouTube and their little shows, but when I do get a bit of time, I've just recently watched Vigil. It's on BBC iPlayer, but to be fair, I don't get a lot of time, so I don't get watching much Netflix.
No Squid Game in your house then?
I did watch it before, but yeah, that was just at the very start when it was out, but the most recent one was on iPlayer, so yeah. Question from Paul says, how does it feel to start scoring goals more regularly, and what has helped to score more goals? Yeah, so I think I spoke about this last year, and I said that if I score early in the season, it kind of gives me that belief and that bit of confidence that I can keep scoring goals. And the first goal obviously at Wimbledon, it was a bit of a relief and a bit of a so-called monkey off my back, because I know I can score goals, but I think it was just in my mind that if I score early I can score more. Question from Sophie, what's your favourite moment as an Arsenal player? I actually seen this question when you posted it on Twitter, or if you ever did post it, and I kind of wanted to say my goal at Wembley, but it was obviously the result kind of made it much more disappointing, even though there was no fans there. But I can remember when I scored, there was an article wrote about me, and I can remember writing when I had Facebook years ago, it was like, imagine being able to play at Wembley. And then like I think a memory come up like 4 years later, and obviously it was the goal, and I was like, probably like, so it depends, because in football, well, in my opinion, everyone wants to always do better and better and better, and you never actually think about where you are at the moment. And if someone had said to me like 3 years ago that I'd be where I was now, like I'd have snapped their hand off for it. So sometimes you gotta understand where you are at the minute, and I'm so thankful to be here. And obviously when I scored at Wembley, it was like, wow, like even though there was no one there, it was like, it was just something that I thought about when I've actually done that, you know. So maybe that moment, and then other than that, I could probably just say when I first signed for the club, because it was obviously just getting here from part-time football. So either the day I signed or obviously my goal. So yeah. A question from Louis says, how's the face? Yeah, I mean, if I was to score a goal like that every week, I mean, it would take it without a doubt, you know. So it was just a situation where I felt like Matty couldn't really get enough power on it to score the goal. So I was like, as soon as the scene said get his head up, I was like, I'll just get in the box. And to be fair, when I speak to Matty, he's like, just try and do it more often, because as you see with the goals he scores, he probably scores, I don't know, a goal from about 2 yards every other week. So it's a good place to find yourself. And to be fair, we just clashed. I can't even remember where it hit me. He asked me after the game where it hit, but I just felt us two people hitting each other, and thankfully it went in the net. So yeah, I'm fine. Question from Cam says, which match has been the best for the team so far this season? Well, in terms of results, the game I missed was probably Sheffield Wednesday. I think that gave the biggest buzz. Obviously I was unfortunate to miss it, and I was obviously really disappointed about it. But the game that I played in that I enjoyed the most was probably the Accrington game, when I scored as well, because it was just such a convincing win, and it obviously gave us that confidence where we can go and dominate teams in the league, you know. And we obviously have in many games this year, but when you score as well, it always gives you that in your mind.